Good morning and welcome to the DFS Army YouTube channel. I am Razzle11 and you can find me on X at Razzle11Grinds. We are going to take a look at some pitching for today, the 29th of September. It is Sunday. It is the final day of the MLB regular season. We have a ton to try to decipher, unfortunately. We know that there are only a few teams playing for anything, the Mets, the Braves, the Diamondbacks. Um, we know that there are going to be teams that are going to have their starter go 2 to 3 innings, and that's it, and it's going to be a full bullpen game, which I would guess that there's a lot of teams that end up doing that. So we're going to try to take a look at what some teams have done and might do today. Um, this is going to be more of a team by team breakdown of pitching rather than individual names on this list. As you see, we do not have any pitcher listed for Houston yet. That's one that I would completely avoid because they're just going to piece together. They're locked into the 3 seed in the AL. So they're going to try to get out of this game without any arm issues. I would assume most of these playoff teams that aren't seeing a bye aren't going to use their high premium bullpen arms either, um, which means we might see some more runs later in games today. So, but I want to thank everybody for watching my video content throughout the season. I will continue to be doing videos during the postseason. However, those videos will go behind the paywall for our VIP members. With all that said, let's just take a look at a team by team scenario here. We're going to start with this game, Tampa Bay Boston. Both teams had their starters throw normal outings the last 2 days. Uh, so I expect them to be somewhat normal today. Um, Boston hasn't officially named a starter yet. Cora did say that it would not be Tanner Houck or Brian Bayo. Um, Rumor is that Quinn Priester could get called up just to make his Red Sox debut on the final day of the season. We'll have to pay attention to that. Pepe is somebody that I would play because I do think he's going to throw the 5 to 6 innings and be fine. Philly and Washington, would consider Jake Irvin here. I expect the Philly lineup to be somewhat watered down. They are locked into the 2 seed with the first round bye. Nola, I think, is going to probably throw more like 4 innings, 3 to 4 innings, just to stay somewhat sharp. Uh, they lost their chance at the number 1 seed yesterday with their loss and the Dodgers win. So I don't expect Philly to run their pitchers out too long. Um, Same with the Yankees. I don't expect Clark Schmidt to be out there for many innings. Obviously, he missed much of the season with an injury. Uh, I would think that he does still throw, 3, 4, maybe 5, but I'm not sure they're going to have their top lineup out there either. Uh, Bailey Falter probably going to pitch normal. With that said, I don't really know that he's worth it unless the Yankees lineup is weak. St. Louis, San Francisco, I think both guys are going to throw normal or close to normal. Uh, Innings wise, I believe both teams have thrown normal with the last couple days, so uh, that makes them intriguing, especially a guy like McGreevy for me. Uh, had some upside, but obviously we know we like pitching in this ballpark. Um, this game between Miami and Toronto, Yarborough's been kind of a long man, not really starting. I would guess he probably only throws 50 to 60 pitches. Weathers missed a lot of time with injury, so I don't know that they're going to really do a whole lot, but I could see him throwing 70 to 75 pitches as well. Um, Neither spot really feels all that exciting to utilize. Um, Texas and the Angels of all day. I mean, Haney threw normal yesterday, got lit up. I think both guys are going to throw normal starts. Evalde might not, push it 6 innings, um, or beyond 6 innings maybe, but I just don't think he's one that's going to take it easy. But I could be wrong. Um, they could just, limit him to 3, 4 innings and let him ride off into the season, off season. Kachanowicz, young pitcher, working on stuff. I would not be shocked if they do allow him to go, you know, 85 pitches or so. He hasn't really gone that long, at least pitch wise, recently. So maybe 80 to 85 pitches for Kachanowicz at this point. Um, San Diego, Arizona. I don't think Martin Perez is going to do much more than maybe 60 to 70 pitches. But the game does matter to Arizona, so I don't really expect San Diego to completely lay down. But they are locked into the 3 seed, so their number one priority is exiting this game with 100% health. Fott obviously pitching for something for Arizona in the postseason. He's going to be in play because of that reason. It's not a great matchup, so we'll have to pay attention. Maybe San Diego's lineup is a little weaker than normal, and if that's the case, then Fott becomes an interesting piece. Like I mentioned, Houston's probably just going to go with the bullpen game um, to get through this game. Cleveland probably the same. Gavin Williams not expected to actually start, um, which tells me they're just going to piece together, get him some work. Um, they are locked into the 2 seed, I believe. Um, so it's not like they can rest everybody. They need to stay somewhat sharp because of having the bye. Um, but I just don't think Gavin Williams is going to be a guy that's going to throw more than 3 innings at this point. This game doesn't mean anything for Detroit, as far as I know. Doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess Kansas City and Detroit can flip flop in the standings, and it probably matter who they end up facing in round one. Um, Whoever finishes higher out of the two would face Baltimore. The lower out of between Detroit and Kansas City would face Houston. At that point, I don't really know that they're trying to hope and pray they get one over the other. Um, so I think they're just gonna live with whatever. Cannon, couple starts in a row where he's solid. I don't really expect him to be too limited. I don't Probably won't approach the 100 pitch mark. I don't know that we're going to see anybody outside of those games that really mean something with a pitcher that approaches 100 pitches today. If you can pinpoint who that is and they do approach 100 pitches, you're going to have a leg up on the field. Um, be interesting to see what kind of lineup the Dodgers put out. They're obviously locked in the 1 seed. Otani's kind of chasing some historical numbers. Obviously, he's already bypassed some historical numbers, but getting to 60-60 would be an interesting feat. Uh, Dodgers have dealt with so many pitcher injuries. I'm just not sure that they're going to push Landon Knack because they might actually need him in the postseason. Um, so I mean, I could see him going for 5 innings, but I also could see him going 2 to 3 and just coasting. So I don't think we can look at pitching in that game at all. Um, Baltimore, Minnesota. I thought Osores might start yesterday. He didn't. Um, I don't know that he's going to throw, probably more than 60 pitches in this game. Bailey Ober, I don't know what to do. Uh, Twins have disappointed, ended up getting eliminated. He has big time upside. Are they going to just take it easy on him the last start of the year and just have him go 3 or 4 innings? They might. I don't really know for sure yet. Uh, I am interested a little bit just because I would guess Baltimore rests a couple of their outfielders. But again, they did rest like Gunnar Henderson yesterday. Um, I'm not sure that they will completely rest them today. So it'll be interesting to see what lineup they run out there. Uh, Brewers Mets. The Brewers have nothing to play for. Um, Colin Ray probably goes 3 to 4 innings. Um, had some shorter outings recently, but I would still guess that he probably goes 3 to 4. I wouldn't expect Milwaukee to use their high leverage bullpen arms. Would probably put some Mets offense in play because they are playing for making the postseason. So Peterson becomes an interesting guy just because they have to win. The Brewers lineup could be somewhat watered down, or they could be a regular Brewers lineup, but four of the guys get pinch hit for after one or two at bats. So I think Peterson is worth considering. Oakland, Seattle. I think both pitchers are going to be as normal. This series, Seattle's had been eliminated, and they've thrown their guys, the normal amount. So I think Logan Gilbert's going to be perfectly fine. He didn't finish the season the strongest, but there's plenty of upside. So uh, I am I'm going to use Logan Gilbert a little bit unless we find out that they're just going to announce that they're going to barely use him. Hunter Green, I don't think he's going to throw much more than 50 pitches. He made one start in his return from the IL through 45 pitches. Obviously, this game means nothing, and he's the ace of this staff, so I just don't see them pushing him much at all. Caleb Killian made one start, threw a bunch of pitches. I mean, I'm sure he's probably in play, but I mean, I don't really think we want to use him at all for upside wise. Uh, last game here, Atlanta, super important for the Braves. Doesn't really mean much for the Royals. So, are we going to see Alec Marsh only for a couple innings? Probably. Not that I'd want to use him against an Atlanta offense that is focused and needs to win. Charlie Morton, somebody that needs to get out there and get the W for the team. Uh, he has. It's been 9 days since he last started. Definitely rested. So, and I could see Kansas City resting, like Salvador Perez, um, etc. Witt, I think, get rested yesterday. Not sure if he would start today or not. They might rest him again. He does seem to have the AL batting title locked up. So there we have it. There's kind of a brief overview of team by team and where they're sitting and what we might be able to expect out of the pitchers. Um, if you enjoy what I do bring to you, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, get the alert anytime we drop videos here at DFS Army. If you want to join us and get access to our coaches, tools, sheets, Discord, etc., I will put links in the description below. We do have a promotion going on right now. If you hit the link and use VIP 50, I believe it is, you will get 50% off your first month with us. I believe that's in play for at least the next week, maybe 2 weeks. But again, appreciate everybody and best of luck.